Hey y'all, what is up? I am about to hit the gym. We're going to do some shoulders and I'm gonna get some clips for you guys and do a voiceover and explain how I do my shoulder training, how I do my supersets, all that good stuff. I'm gonna take you to the gym with you, show you my go-to exercises for building those round shoulders because I love training shoulders. But I do want to mention that I do bench right now. There will be a benching video coming up probably when Eric gets home, depending when this video comes up, if he's home or not. But I bench right now, bench pressing 3 times a week, and that has helped my shoulder development incredibly. I'll train shoulders twice a week. I do every muscle group about twice a week. But benching has helped my overall upper body strength. So many women are afraid to bench press. And I used to be one of those girls because I was like, I don't need chest muscles, like whatever. And now that I see how much strength I'm getting, it's like addicting. It's really, really cool. So I will have a bench video coming up soon to show you guys how I train chest, how I train bench, how I go about my progressive overload, what my training style looks like for bench pressing. But before we get into that, today's all about the shoulders, the delts, the rear delts, the front of the shoulders, side of the shoulders, back of shoulders, all the shoulders. We are gonna get into that right now. Alright, so a staple of every shoulder day is OHP, overhead press. Now I am warming up with the bar, which is 45 pounds. I'm doing quite a few reps here, maybe 10 to 12 reps just to warm up my shoulders, to get the blood flowing, to get the pump going. But my actual working sets are going to show up here in a second, and I'm doing 5 sets of 2 reps at my 90%. Like, I struggle with these 2 reps. This is 60 pounds and I struggle with it. And I am wearing the weight belt for added core support because the two reps are challenging. This weight is challenging, so the extra core support does help me. But yeah, and I use a little momentum, a little jump, as you can see, to start and press up the for my 2 reps. So I'm training this way at such high weight for me and low rep because I really want to build that strength and that muscle. And I've been doing the 5 sets of 8 for so long and I haven't been seeing progress. So I'm using this technique to hopefully break through my plateau and see some increases not only in weight but also in number of reps that I'm performing with my overhead press. So I always start with this movement, and I believe you should always start with this movement on your shoulder day because it's probably the most dynamic and hardest shoulder move that you should focus on, and it's the one that you should focus on lifting as much as you can with. Next, I'm going into seated dumbbell overhead presses. I'm using 30 pounds. I've recently graduated to 30 pounds, although I probably could have been lifting this much earlier because I can bust out quite a few reps with this weight. So I'm on a very slight decline. So the bench is not straight up and down. It's slightly lowered a little bit. I find I get more grip as I press my feet into the ground with this. And this has also been a game changer in my shoulder development. I focus on 4 to 5 sets of going pretty heavy, and I find that my shoulders are burning. Next we have single arm upright rows using the cable machine, and I'm supersetting this exercise with single arm dumbbell presses. So this upright cable row focuses more on the front of your shoulder. You can do this with dumbbells, you can do this with a barbell using both hands, but I like doing the singles, just singling out one shoulder at a time. And as you can see, I'm supersetting it with single arm shoulder presses, standing up using a lighter weight. I believe this is 20 pounds. So I'm focusing more on form And I'm not even counting reps, I'm just doing as many reps as I can on each side. A lot of you ask what a superset is. It is when you go from one exercise and then have a little rest and go right into the next exercise, and that is 1 rep. So I'll repeat this 4 times, the upright cable row and the presses. Now these are cable laterals. I bend my elbow, as you can see, as I'm lifting it up. That is because I have upped the weight in this exercise lately, so bending the elbow actually helps me lift it up. I wouldn't call it cheating. I'd say it's just a technique to help you build strength. So this focuses more on the side of your shoulder. As you can see, some definition happening in the sides of my shoulders, which I have been working on for a very long time and quite happy with. And from this angle, you can see it's a slight bend in your elbow. It's not the same as the single arm upright rows. So I always do this on my shoulder days as well, because building the side of my shoulders is important to me. And I'm supersetting it with face pulls. Now face pulls work the back of your shoulders, your rear delts. A rope attachment at a high level, bringing your arms back, elbows about in line with your shoulders, squeezing your back, squeezing your rear delts, and then releasing. So supersetting the single arm lateral raises using the cable machine with the face pulls. Next, we have cable crossovers. So this again is working your rear delts, except now I'm using both arms. They are at a high attachment, and I'm just pulling back, squeezing, and I like to keep my elbows bent with this movement. Some people do them with a straighter arm. It really doesn't matter as long as you stay consistent with what you are doing. Lastly, I am showing you reverse shoulder presses on the seated machine. So as you can see, I am seated backwards. This is just a different variation. You can sit normally, but this just hits your shoulders in a little bit of a different way, which I really enjoy. So here I'm doing about 8 reps, and then I'm lowering the weight, lifting up, holding one arm up as I press the other and go for a rep. So it's a really good way to burn out your shoulders at the end of your workout. I really enjoy doing this, and I actually haven't done it in a long time, so it felt really, really good to do today for my shoulder workout. So let me know in the comments any of these exercises that are new to you or any questions you have, and I would be happy to answer them. I will see you guys in the next video.